All we're gonna do is I have my super basic RNG thing on Google. I'm gonna roll two numbers. We're gonna pair the players, and then we're gonna talk about them. Easy peasy. But I tagged a bunch of people, so I guess we'll wait like 2 minutes, and hopefully a bunch of
Okay.
people can watch and stuff. I don't have my phone either because it's getting like fixed right now. So hopefully the Twitch stream is working. That'd be helpful. But I'm sure it's fine. And then the order of the players is just the order in which they responded to me that they'd play, and then C Town's 31 because he won before any Gammy. Okay, I'll see if the Twitch seems to be working, and then if it is, we'll just go.
Okay. I'm excited.
I've been like super like hyped for this tournament to start for it's taken like so long to do like all the invitations and the plans, but we're finally here. We're finally here. So the stream seems to be working, so we can just go right ahead. So we're gonna do the bracket reveal for the first round of RBY Invitational 3, and I'm joined by Amaranth, who won the first edition, YouTube extraordinaire with his channel, and overall good, like top tier RBY player. So he's gonna join me. We're gonna make the pairings, and we're gonna talk about them briefly, and that'll be super cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna get started. I'm rolling the first one. So we have 20. So that's Mark Kopp is gonna be our first.
Yep.
And then in round one, he will be playing 21, who is Marco
Oh.
ASD.
Oh, this is a nice pairing. Okay. Yeah, I love these pairings in invitationals where there's these big players that just don't play SPL or seasonals or anything anymore. They just show up for this. And you never really know like what is their level going to be this year. And obviously Marco is the greatest of all time. Well, maybe Troller has passed him, but it's one of the two greatest of all time, undoubtedly. So it's always a great show. Like you could pair him with anyone; it's always going to be an amazing pairing. Yeah, there's not much to say because they haven't played. There's nothing much to comment. It's just show up on the day and enjoy the show. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I really love seeing like the old players because like I'm a like an RBY zoomer really. Like I started paying attention in like SPL 12, so way past like the Pokemon Perfect days and such. But like getting to see like probably the goat in action is like super exciting. And then Markov's really good too. Like I think he got like top 6 last year, and like he just kind of like showed up and played RBY. Like you said, he doesn't play circuit or anything, so definitely be super exciting. So I can roll the next player. We have 12, who is Bihi, my goat. Oh my goodness. Versus 28, who is Shiloh. Is our next pairing.
Okay. Well, Bihi, I think, is really hot. I think as a player, obviously he had that showing in SPL, and then he won World Cup of Pokemon in SS. I think in general, Bihi is one of the most informed players. Does he have time to try out RBY? I'm not so sure. But as a player, obviously, he has immense quality. And Sheila also not known for his free time lately. So I think I would give an edge to Bihi, but obviously Sheila did very well last year and surprised a lot of people last year. So maybe he can do something like that again. He obviously has the quality as well. Well, we'll see. If either side finds some time to prep, that will probably go a long way.
Yeah, I think like Bihi's like SPL playoffs last run is genuinely one of the most impressive things like I saw like being on his team. Like he put a massive amount of effort into like legitimately like, relearning RBY and then beat Chuva and Troller
Mm,
in
yeah.
tiebreaker in the highest stakes. But yeah, like he was like on the grind those like 2 weeks. So probably won't be able to put in like the same amount of effort because I know he's like playing SCL with me again. But like he's good. Like when he was on, like he was like that was just absurd. And then Roses is good too. Like he like does fairly well when he shows up and plays. Like he won with West playing RBY and then went 6-6 or 5-5 SPL and 2-2 Invitational. So yeah, I think like effort and motivation will always be a big question for a lot of these players. But we got the next one. 5 is Maya
Maya.
Chansey, and she'll be playing 7, which is Koala Cansey.
Koala.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness, we
well,
got
those are.
SBL
Oh, this
rematch.
is a fun one. Yeah. Those are two players at their first SPL this year. So that's really cool. It's a really cool pairing, actually. Very similar player profiles, you know. They're sort of made their big individual runs on their first SPL pick this year. So I think both of them are still working on expanding their playstyle. They're the kind of new player that they're like good, but they still don't play everything. Like when you see their scouts, they have some distinct holes. And someone like Troller, for example, he just plays everything. Like you
Yep.
can't find a hole in Troller's path. He is familiar with every Pokemon. He knows how to play everything against everything. Meanwhile, those other newer players, they tend to have these problems where maybe they're not so familiar with certain matchups. Even if they bring certain Pokemon, maybe they don't have the same level of experience with some C ranks or low B ranks, for example. They just aren't as familiar. And that can be their weakness. And so it will be fun if either one of these players can find one of such holes in the opponent's preparation and exploit that. And in general, it's just really exciting because there are two players on the rise.
Yeah, like it's so like the environment in which you play in RBY definitely like plays a huge part. Like the circuit tours, I think a lot of people just kind of show up and play RBY for the most part. But in SPL, like you're like full on prepping every week usually, and then I guess like Invitational will be somewhere in the middle. Like I'm sure for like a lot of like legends of the tier and like tournament players, they're kind of just going to show up. So like I'll be like is Maya and like Quilla are both of them going to prep for each other because I think that would definitely play a huge part. But it's yeah, it's like an exciting pairing. They're kind of like similar as playing career pass, so it'll be exciting to which one gets off to a head start in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next pairing. We have 3, which is Nails
Oh,
guy versus 9, which is Serpy. Woof.
this is probably pairing of the round.
Yeah, this is
Like
absurd.
surely, even without seeing the other ones, this has to be. Um, Nails. Honestly, I don't know how much RBY Nails has been playing. Probably very little,
Probably
if I had to
0 since
guess.
SPL.
But it's Nails. Like he's always going to show up with drinks and quick lovely kiss, and he can play the game. Um, Serpy, I think Serpy is the new big RBY. Like him and Chuba are like the two new really top players. Like there's other people who have risen in similar periods to SPL level, but Serpy and Chuba are like one step above. They're like properly at the top. Um, so yeah, this is just a super high quality pairing. I mean, everybody knows Nels and Serpy. I don't even know what to say. Like they're just amazing.
Yeah, Serpy's like one of the best players, and he like plays like everything too. Like he plays in circuit, he plays in
Yeah.
RBY Premier League. Like this dude like, and he's like he wins in a SS2. Like he won in World Cup. He's in OLT playoffs right now, and then it's Nails. Like everyone like oh my god, like Nails is so good. Serpy's so good. Like this is a banger pairing. Holy shit, very exciting for sure. All right, next number. We have 29, which is Alice,
Okay.
and she'll be playing 30, which is XCal.
Oh. Okay. See, Excal, he won the second Invitational. And then I've not seen him do anything RBY related until now.
He played in Ruins of Alpha Premier League, I believe. He played RBY there, I think.
Oh, okay.
But that's it.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of Excal because I don't know, like one tournament. It's obviously it's not a fluke. Obviously he's good. But I don't know if he's like that good because I just haven't seen him play long enough because he hasn't joined enough tournaments. Meanwhile, Alice, she's been around. I think she has improved recently, like over time. But she hasn't really had obviously an invitational win or anything, any result close to that. So I think you have to favor Excal, but you also have to question, what the fuck is Excal going to do? Because I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him.
I take Xcal in this matchup. I've been like talking, like he's my manager for SCL, so like we've been talking a lot more recently.
Ah, right.
And he
Okay.
seems like pretty interested in like playing. He's like, oh yeah, like I've been like I'm excited to play RBY again. Like I've been like thinking up things. Like I've been playing games. So I think he is at least like somewhat motivated. So if he's gonna try hard, I don't know, but like he definitely seems like into it at least. And then like the invitational one last year is like definitely super impressive for sure. Even if that's like the only RBY he's really played.
Yeah, if Excal is into RBY right now, then he's definitely a threat.
Yeah. All right, we got next matchup. We have 25, which is Mako, and she'll be playing 29, which is Alice, which she can't do. So I'm gonna roll again.
Yep.
14, which is Sadistic Narwhal.
Oh, Narwhal. Narwhal is another one of those very interesting names, because he's always been like one step below top player, but then this year he won Global Championship, which was like his first big victory, and he's been around for a while, but I think he made a real step up this year. And so, Mako on the other hand has gone kind of, obviously she had that fantastic SPL score, 7-2 was it?
Yeah.
In SPL 12.
Yep.
But after that, there's not been a lot of greatness from Mako. So I think on form, you have to favor Narwhal. But obviously Mako has been capable. I believe Mako played and beat Narwhal in the SPL run, so, obviously things can go the other way. But I do think Narwhal has improved a lot since that meeting. I think he will get his revenge here.
I think actually, okay, I think in that SPL, Mako played Dice, who subbed in for the Tigers that week and lost. Because I remember she was telling me, I think, like, she can never beat Narwhal. Because I think these players have actually played, like, a ton in, like, side tours. And I think he's always beaten her. Like, it's definitely either one way around. Either she always wins or he always wins. So there's, like, some backstory to this pairing. So it'll be exciting to see who comes up on top this time. But yeah, I think Narwhal's in, like maybe, like, his best form, like, ever. Like, that championship win over Slippery is hugely impressive. For sure. So it's another, like, all these pairings are super exciting, which is the great joy of it. Alright, our next one is Lush at 22. And he'll be playing 31. He'll be playing C-Town 6. So this is a super funny pairing. Like, Lush is like a...
Yeah, it's like Super Boomer against Super Zoomer.
Yeah. Like, I think, like...
C-Town is as zoomer as it gets. Like, he has not been impressive in OU, particularly until, like, this month. Like, I think the games he played in play-ins are the best RBY OU games I've ever seen him play. So that's a good sign because it means he's getting stronger. Is he stronger than Lush? I'm not sure. Because Lush, I think he has made a vague comeback to RBY with the ladder achievements. I think I saw him hang around there, or at least he talked to me about them. And so he's a little active, and obviously on this Lush was a phenomenal player. And so it's really interesting because like it's complete opposite trajectories. It's really going to be fun.
Yeah, this is a hilarious pairing. I love it. Alright, here we go again. 19, so we have Ban Manaphy. Or Mana.
Mana, okay.
And he'll be paired against number 7, who we already picked. All right, I should probably be striking through the people I have. All right, number 2, he'll be playing Hey Burner.
Hey Burner. Okay. Okay, Hey Burner and Mana. This is funny because like neither player you would really think of as RBY like a couple of years ago. But Hey Burner has been retained to play RBY in SPL, and Mana has played RBY in like every RBY PL or like side tournaments. He's really gotten into it. And so they're both good players, but they're not like super hardcore mainer type of players. Sort of in that middle area where they're definitely RBYers, but also not true RBYers. So it's tricky. I'm a really big fan of Mana, but yeah, I'm really excited to see him in Invitational playing against more known quantities. Because in those Raw World Cup or whatever he's played, not always you get quality opponents. But here he will. So I'm very interested to see how he stacks up.
Yeah, like Hey Burner being like an SPL staple now, like he was retained to play RBY is just like super funny too.
Yeah,
But he's
you
good for
go
sure.
back 2 or 3 years. That's incredible. But to be fair, like he did well for his price. No, he went pretty decent at SPL. I think Hey Burner is like genuinely an RBY you have to respect now, more or less.
Yeah,
So
it's good for sure. 29, already did that. 12, we already did that. 7, we already did that. 23, Kaz.
ooh,
I'm super excited to see him play too, for sure. And he'll be playing 11, Chuva. Another banger.
oof. Okay. Well, I think Chuba is the best player in the world right now. If I had to put my money on anyone, it's Chuba. So I do really like Kaz. I played him in RBY Invitational 1. I beat him in finals. I think I might have beaten him in the winner bracket as well. I think maybe I played him twice. Either way, Kaz is definitely like he used to be super good and then he disappeared for like a year or two and now he's back. I'm not too sure what his level is right now, but he's definitely a quality player. And so it will be very interesting to see if he can take on Chuba, but at the same time, it's Chuba. You have to predict a Chuba win.
Yeah, Chuva, like I think he has like the he's not only is he like an elite player, like actually playing, but this dude like prepares super well and puts a ton of effort
No,
into, and like that
no,
is a
but I mean it's
combination.
just ridiculous. Like you go on the ladder achievements thread and you see like me and Pisone trying to get like 17 wins and struggling, and Chuba just got 30 without like any issue. Like Chuba, or no, I think he only got 25, but still.
He's insane,
Uh,
yeah.
No, it's not even the prep. Like he has the prep too, obviously, because he had a fantastic SPL, so he obviously he can prep as well. Um, but just his fundamentals, like
He's so good.
you go that high on ladder because you're just really really insane at RBY. Like he understands the game better than anybody at the moment. There's just no argument against that. When you have that much more consistency than everyone else, it you can't really argue. And so I think if anything, prep is where Cards might have an upper hand because Cards hasn't really had
That's true. He has
any
nothing.
replays recently. So if he comes up with something creative, maybe he can beat Shuba. But it's super hard. Shuba is the strongest player.
That is
Easily.
another, yeah, that's another super hype pairing. I love it. 32, Enigami.
Oh,
Or they're playing Victor. And he'll be up against 11, that's Chuva. 18, Dice.
Dice. Oh my god. Is this a Midwest battle? Is Enigami? I'm pretty sure Enigami is Midwest.
I have no idea. Maybe. That'd be funny though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Enigami. Look, he's a good player. But there's a reason he was invested in planes. He's never really shown top level RBY play. Like he's solid, but he's never been top. Um, and it would be interesting to see because when I think he protested Star Master getting invited
He
because
was
Star
not a
has like
fan.
no RBY results, and so it would be funny seeing him go against someone else who has basically no RBY results. Like Dice has played it occasionally, has subbed in into the tier and on occasion has showed up in some classics and stuff, but is not an RBY by any sense of the definition. So this would be interesting to see if he can punish a non-mainer Anigami
Yeah.
or not.
Dice has the Chuva stamp of approval. Like he was like, yeah, like Dice and also M Dragon were helpful for him testing in SPL. So it's not like this dude like has, like he's been
No.
keeping up. Yeah,
Dice is crazy
yeah,
good.
Dice
He's
is
just
so good.
not an
But he's
RBY. Like he's
definitely
just
not a
good at
mainer at all.
Pokemon, you know.
Yeah, it's another funny pairing for sure. All right, let's roll again. 16 spies back from the dead to play in this tournament.
Oh.
3, we already did nails, unfortunately. 23, we already did Kaz. 9, we already did Serpy. This is gonna be 5,
Yeah,
we
that's
already
going
did.
to start happening now.
7, nope. 11, nope.
Nope.
15, Mr. Tim, there we go.
Ooh, Spice Mr. Tim. Honestly, I think this is one of the weaker pairings. I think Spice, when he came back to RBY from the long break, and he had that first SPL, it was SPL 12, was it?
Yeah, and he
I
did
think
not
it
do
was.
too hot.
Yeah, no, he went like 3-8 or something
Yep.
like that. He really did not have a good time. And so I'm a little worried about him coming back with not much practice to speak of. I don't think anyone has really seen him around. So that's a little worrying for me. But Mr. Tim, also not the strongest opponent, is kind of like Enigami. Like he's been around a long time. He's always been pretty solid, but he's never been near the top. And so, I think Spice is potentially like if Spice hasn't practiced much, I think he might be the weakest player in the tournament. It's just a complete question mark because like if he has practice, then he's shown that he can be good. He won RBY Cup, obviously. So where is Spice? I guess is the question with this game.
Yeah, once he like after his SPL, like he leveled up a ton. Like he won like a bunch of the. He was number 1 overall seed in circuit. He won cup, and he was like a top 5 ranking for SPL 13 before he disappeared. So yeah, if he's like I don't know if he's been like playing like under alts for the past like few months, then he could really come up and like show it. But yeah, if he hasn't been playing, like it's definitely a weaker form of Spies. But man, all these like I like seeing how Spies is playing after like he disappeared is super exciting. I love all these pairings. 12, we did. 27, Kate. I don't even know how to say his name, but our French friend,
Crisis, I think.
something like that. He is also like super exciting to see how he's gonna play. We'll see who's gonna play. 21. Nope, not the goat.
Nope.
19. Nope.
Nope.
12. No. 4. Starmaster.
4 is Star. Okay. So this is Crisis against Star, huh? Well, Star is another. Crisis is another question mark because he was active and on the rise, and then he kind of stopped. I don't think he ever really, had a consistent streak of dominance, of like being really good. Because like even when he was rising, he did well for a while, but then he started losing, and I don't know. I don't think he has had time historically to really grind RBY as much as he perhaps wanted to. And so I don't know if his level will be that high. And
Yeah.
Star, on the other hand, is just a crazy player. I don't care that he has no RBY experience. He's Star.
Yeah, he's Starmaster. Like, he's so good. Like, he's like one of the top 5 players on Smogon right now. Probably, maybe. Like, that dude's insane. And I'm shocked. Kate, whatever, like however you say it. Like, I'm shocked he responded to me on Discord and ended up playing. Like, I was like, there's no way he's saying yes, but he somehow he responded to my PM and he's ready to play. So like,
well, my thing with Star is that he started off as a little cup player.
Yeah.
Then he went back and became one of the best ADV players. And so, like, and he obviously he plays current Gen U as well. So, like, you can't say anything about stuff. So, he ended up picking up new meta games. So, I don't think RBY will be a problem for him.
Yeah, he played in
Honestly, I favor him. I favor him quite strongly against Kaitis because I haven't seen in too long. So
yeah, like Star also showed up and got like third or second in the GSC Invitational too, and like Star's not a GSC player by any means, so would not be shocked at all if he pops off. Like he's that good, just a Pokemon in general for sure. 27, nope. 15, man, the bracket maker is so much easier than this, but it's okay.
You might just want to take the 8 people that are left and renumber them.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. This is not working. Alright, you're still in. Hey Burner Nail, Star, Maya are all out. Quilla is out.
Septras, Soulwind, End of Mr. Golem, FRRF, McMagan, and M-Dragon.
Megan, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 8 left, right?
Yep.
Alright. This will definitely. Alright, I'm gonna renumber them. So you're still 1. Then we have 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, in the same order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, dice already went. That's true. Alright, this will make things a lot quicker, hopefully. Alright, 1 to 8 now. I'll be rolling. So we have 3, which is going to be Septros.
Okay.
Another dude, like, who just comes back every year and plays Invitational, which is super cool to see. Versus 6 is going to be FRRF. Perfect.
Ooh, okay. So FRRF is a streaky player. Very, very much a confidence player. And when they're feeling good, FRRF is honestly could play in SPL. But then she has those streaks where she just plays super bad for months on end. And yeah, where is her mental state is the question. I think Septros will be a fairly, predictable, good but not unbeatable level player. While FRRF, it all depends on whether her mental state is. I hope to see FRRF at the best because I always want to see players play better rather than worse. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see on the day.
Yeah, like this could also be like a huge opportunity for her to get into the next SPL. Like if she does well here and impresses, like that's like a huge like point for her to start next year. Which would be super exciting. Like I especially like to see like a lot of like up and comers. Like as we see like a lot of like the older players stop playing, like new people replacing them is super exciting to me. So I'm just gonna keep the same numbers. We're just gonna keep rolling 1 through 8.
Yeah.
So we have 7. So we have McMegan. Who's in it? Like we have so many just like extraordinarily good Pokemon players playing. Which is
this list is kind of incredible. Podges, Solwyn, Fung, McMegan, and Dragon could be a classic top 5. Like those are great players left.
And then he'll be playing Pogus, I think is how you say his name. I
Pogus?
Yeah.
McMegan Pogus, the Europe Clash? That's amazing.
Yeah, we got...
Okay. Well, honestly, I don't know what to say about these 2 players because I feel like everybody should know them. Pogus has won 25 trillion ribbons by now, and McMegan is McMegan.
Yeah.
Do I need to say anything about McMegan?
Like, he has a...
classic winner and everything.
He probably like another one of these dudes who like hasn't played RBY, but like it doesn't matter. Like it's Roro. Like he's one of the best of all time. He gets to play an Invitational. I don't care. Like he shows up and wins. And then Pogus, like he doesn't really. Well, he played for like Europe and World Cup, but like I know he doesn't play in SPL, even though he could. But like he farms every individual tournament. Like it doesn't matter what tier. Like he's so good at the game. So like I'm super glad both of them are playing. It's gonna be super exciting. And like the Europe clash, as you said, is super cool too. 1, it's you! Oh my goodness, finally.
That's me. Oh, I don't want to play any one of these 3. They're all good.
You'll be getting... Oh boy. I keep rolling the same numbers. 8, you'll get M Dragon.
Okay, M Dragon. Uh, you know what? M Dragon, I actually haven't seen RBY in so much. I think he's great, but I don't know. Does he know about Articuno and Zapdos? I'm
I
not
I did
convinced.
hear like he's already locked in the classic playoffs. I don't know what he
Yeah.
got from RBY, but he was playing RBY with Chuva and SPL, so I'd assume he like at least kind of knows what's up.
Mm,
And then of course he's just so good like in general, like he's absurdly strong.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like maybe his meta takes are a bit vintage. They know the meta, but they catch up like a few months behind. Um, so I think that might be a place where I can maybe get an advantage, but also I have basically no replays to go off of, so maybe not. I don't know. I'll have to do some research. I'm excited. It's a
Yeah.
fun opponent to take on, and
Our last one is
yeah.
gonna be. Oh,
As
yeah,
for
go ahead.
myself, we don't talk about my form in the last year.
It's okay.
We can just talk about M Dragon. Let's do
Let's just
that.
talk about M Dragon. But yeah, I think like M Dragon overall is in like super good Pokemon playing wise form. So we'll see if it translates to RBY. But like it's M Dragon, like another one of the best. And then our last pairing is Solwind versus Friend of Mr. Golem 120, which is just another super cool pairing.
Yeah, I mean, okay, like this is one of the best pairings as well, I think. Soulwind, for people who are not acquainted, who only know Soulwind from Black and White or Viewbers or other tiers, Soulwind is a demon in RBY. He knocked me out of Cup. I think um, I've joined, I think, 3 RBY Cups or 4, and I think my loss to Soulwind is the only one where I felt like I just got bodied. Like all the other years where I lost, I was like, okay, that was kind of bullshit, but it's single elimination, it can happen. Against Solvin, I had no excuse. It was just better, and that was like in 2019, I think, or 2018. It was when I was still very much actively grinding the tier. Um, so I think I was near my peak, and Solvin still just completely bodied me. Um, now I don't know since if he's kept up much with RBY, but he's absolutely a phenomenal player within this tier. So even if you've never seen him, play the RBY in particular, he's pretty much the same level that you would expect him to be in Black and White or anywhere else. He's insane.
It's Solwind.
And friend of Mr. Golem needs the introduction. It's just fun.
He won 10 straight sets last invitational, including like 15 straight games. Like that's absurd. Oh my god. Like
Yeah.
holy. And then coming off like a super strong SPL, like he's like everyone knows. Like this is another super fire pairing. Oh my goodness, all of them are super good. So I do think my favorite pairings overall would be Nails versus Serpy, and then I don't know, like a lot of like all of them are good. I like Lush versus Seatown, like that's a super fun one.
Yeah.
Like Kaz Chuva is super exciting as well. Like that's another like, well at least Kaz is like a boomer to me, and then Chuva's like a zoomer, but he's just so good. And then
I always like seeing Marco as ASD. It's just
oh yeah, he's the goat,
he's a
of
legend.
course. Yeah. Okay. I think
And
that's
Solvin, I guess, friend of Mr. Golem too. We left one of the best for last. That's going to be super high level. Great pairings.
yeah. All right. Thanks for joining me. Hope people enjoy the stream. Like I'll try to like stream some of the games too. Like I'd love to see like Nail Surfy, but we'll see. But yeah, thanks for joining me. This is super fun.
Oh no, thank you for having me. Thank you to all the people who are watching. Enjoy the Ramadan.
Heck yeah.